It's Memorial Day weekend in Okoboji, Iowa, and you can't get your boat in the water. There's a line at the ramp, boats are stacked 3 deep in every bay. Jet skis wall to wall, there's even a long line at the bait shop making you question your life choices. Your relaxing lake weekend is starting to feel more like a Costco parking lot on a Saturday. But have no fear, because there's another lake near. I'm John Ross with Real Estate Unlimited, your go-to for Okoboji real estate. And today, I'm pointing you 12 miles to the west to a lake where nobody's waiting on anything. And the locals, they want to keep it that way. Look, West Okoboji is one of the most beautiful lakes in the Midwest. I'm not here to trash it, but its atmosphere isn't for everyone. And if you've spent any time here between Memorial Day and Labor Day, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Smith's Bay is officially designated a congested boating area by the Iowa Great Lakes Water Safety Council. That's not an opinion, that's boating regulations. The area west of the Highway 71 bridge through Pillsbury and Fort Knox Point, congested. It says right there in the rules. Arnold Park on a Saturday in July is great if you love elbow-to-elbow lines and circling for parking. The amusement park, the concerts, the beach, it's all fun, but it's not quiet. It hasn't been quiet in a long time. And there's a reason longtime locals start their summer mornings early. They get out by 7 a.m. or you're already behind the crowd. That's just become the reality of the main chain. So what happened? Well, the Iowa Great Lakes became a very popular place. And that's not a bad thing, but there's a cost to that popularity if what you actually wanted was a quiet lake lifestyle. So let me propose a solution. Silver Lake and Lake Park, Iowa. Silver Lake sits about 12 miles west of Spirit Lake in the western part of Dickinson County. It's a little over 1,000 acres with 9.6 miles of shoreline, and it's not connected to the main chain, clearly. That last part matters more than people realize. Not being connected means the wakeboat traffic from West Okoboji doesn't flow down here. The rental boat crowds from Arnold Park don't end up here. The Saturday afternoon chaos doesn't migrate here. It stays there. The lake sits in the southwest portion of Lake Park. The depth is on average 6 to 8 feet, calm surface, lightweight. If you want to paddleboard at 8 in the morning without getting wrecked by a wakeboat cutting through, this is where you do that. Heck, if you want to fish without competing for water, Silver Lake is a place. I've had some really good days fishing on Silver Lake. It's got walleye, northern, crappie, perch, bass, bluegill. Year-round fishing on a lake that isn't being treated like a water park. If you're finding this helpful, hit subscribe and follow. I put out new videos every week breaking down the real story of living, buying, and selling in the Iowa Great Lakes. There's a lot more to this area than most people realize. Also, do me a favor and drop a comment below and tell me, is a quiet community a deal breaker, or is it all about the water? I'm curious where everyone's landing at on that. All right, let's keep rolling. Here's the thing about Arnold Park. It's a great place to visit, but a big chunk of what you're experiencing there in the peak season isn't a community. It's seasonal traffic, the kind where you have new neighbors every weekend. Lake Park is different. It's a town of only about 1,100 people that are permanent residents, families that have been there for generations. It's an agriculture-based community with deep roots. You walk into a local spot in Lake Park and people know each other. That's not a marketing line, that's just how small towns in Northwest Iowa work. Trappers Bay State Park is right there on the North Shore. Silver Lake Country Club has a 9-hole course. The city park has disc golf course, athletic courts, a playground, and public fishing dock. This is a town built for people who actually live there, not one built around accommodating tourists. And that distinction matters if you're thinking about buying, because the neighbor who waves at you Silver Lake is probably going to be there next summer, and the one after that. So let's talk money, because this is where Silver Lake gets pretty interesting. I'm not going to throw spreadsheets at you. Bottom line, price per square foot on Silver Lake compared to the main chain, you're stretching your budget further. Same dollar, sometimes less, gets you a bigger lot. Sometimes even gets you a detached shop or an outdoor kitchen that doesn't feel like it's crammed into a postage stamp. On West Okoboji, you are paying a prestige tax. You're paying for the zip code, for the name recognition, for the privilege of saying, I'm on West Okoboji at a dinner party. Guess what? The water doesn't know that. The sunset doesn't know that. The fishing line you drop off your dock at 6 a.m. absolutely doesn't know that. Now, does that mean Silver Lake is going to be a steal forever? No. And that's actually the point I need you to hear. Buyers who want lake life without the circus are going to find Silver Lake on their own. Right now, you're slightly ahead of the curve. But guess what? That window, it's closing quickly. The median sale price of Lake Park homes over the last 5 years has gone up substantially, and inventory is normally pretty thin. The people who wait for Silver Lake to show up on HGTV are going to pay a different price, so don't wait. Here's my honest take on where this goes. The Iowa Great Lakes region is not getting any less popular. It's going in one direction. More people from Des Moines, Omaha, Minneapolis, Sioux Falls, they're all watching the same YouTube videos about lake life, and they're all looking at the same West Okoboji listings that are already priced at a premium. Lake Park has that quiet, community-based, actual peaceful atmosphere that is hard, heck, nearly impossible to find in Okoboji. But it truly does exist in Lake Park. If you've never been, do this. Drive out to Lake Park, walk down to the public docks by the city park, or sit out on the water in your boat. Both are free, open, no ticket, usually no line. Then sit there and watch the sun drop over the water. Nobody's fighting for space, nobody's crowding you, or blasting music from a pontoon 30 feet away. It's just that old school clear your head type of peacefulness. That experience is what people are actually trying to buy when they say they want a lake house. And right now, you can still get it here at the price that makes sense right here in Lake Park. My contact info is in the description. If you're thinking about buying or selling on Silver Lake or anywhere in the Iowa Great Lakes, shoot me a text or book a call. I'll give you the honest picture, and I'm not going to push you towards anything that doesn't actually fit what you're looking for. For more Okoboji intel, make sure to follow or subscribe to stay up to date, and make sure you watch this video right here.